My girlfriend told me our daughter wasn't mine, so I finally got a DNA test.
This is messy.
I, 24 male, and my girlfriend, 22 female, had our 2-year-old daughter at a time in our life where we were much more stable. Y'all were stable at 20 and 22? I enjoyed my girlfriend's entire pregnancy, every second of it.
What? He enjoyed it?
Yeah, he enjoyed it. He loved it.
What?
He loved it. When my daughter was born, my whole world changed, and I felt true, unconditional love at that very moment. My daughter was a little tiny thing, and she's a very quiet child for the most part. Never really cries. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Hurt Girls. And if you want to submit your own story, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, as she got older and grew more dominant features, I started noticing differences in our appearance. And it looked like she didn't have too much of my genes.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That's not a fun way to find out.
Uh-oh. You're like, you don't really look like me at all. When my daughter was born, my girlfriend was adamant that I not sign the birth certificate.
Oh, that's a giant. Is that a giant red flag or is that just like a red flag?
That's
it's a giant red flag.
Okay.
So she's like, don't sign it. And Opie's like, why? And she's like, I can't,
Because I said so. Simon says don't sign it.
Her reasoning behind this was that if I didn't have insurance, then the state insurance she had would cover our daughter 100%.
Insurance?
At the time, I had insurance, but very crappy insurance, so I reluctantly agreed. I have since tried to get my name on it multiple times, but she refuses to do anything about it.
Oh, no.
OP.
So you're not a legal guardian over your daughter.
Over the past 2 years, there have been multiple occasions where my girlfriend has told me our daughter wasn't mine.
Wait. Read that one more time.
Yes.
Over the past 2 years, his girlfriend has said multiple times that his daughter isn't his.
And you
Did you think that was a joke?
I dismiss it when she does this. Why?
OP.
What?
OP. You were given time and time again.
But after 2 years and her cheating on me multiple times over our 4-year relationship, OP, why?
No, go ahead and say the next thing.
I had questions.
What are
OP,
we?
I feel like you have answers.
OP,
You
what?
have all the answers.
When I confronted her about this, she blew up and told me I was a piece of trash father and that this little girl has only ever known me as the male figure in her life. She went on to bring up my past mistakes and try to spin it around on me. As I saw the conversation going nowhere, I walked outside for a smoke.
Sorry, someone in the chat just said proof that men don't listen.
Yeah, OP, he was like, yeah, what? Wait, when did you tell me that she wasn't my daughter? And this woman's like, I've told you for 4 years. She called her mom and grandma, and they of course took her side and said I was a joke and ridiculous. But now this whole thing has me wondering and completely unsure of whether I wasted 2 to 4 years of my life. Am I the a-hole for wanting a DNA test?
This is how I'm looking right now. Is just.
Yeah.
OP, I want to be so nice to you and be like, you don't deserve this, but like.
But at a certain point when someone's told you the truth for 4 years.
And you've been cheated on multiple times.
Yeah.
Not once or twice.
It's not even about deserving. At a certain point, it's just like, you let it happen.
And you were okay with it. You were okay with this.
Leave.
Dude, I hope you figure it out, man.
I'm sorry.
It's unconditional love. I can't blame him.
I guess
He has
so, yeah.
unconditional love for this child, and he wants to give the
think
kid the best life ever. He doesn't want to leave.
I think he had daddy fever. He wanted to be a dad, but he was blatantly told, "Yay, you're probably not the father."
Can't blame him.
But we got an update. I tried to talk to my girlfriend about getting DNA tests and seeing some stuff on paper so it could be legally known and seen by anyone who needs to know that our 2-year-old and newborn are both mine. They have a newborn too.
Oh, boy.
It didn't go so well. She called me everything but a white boy, said I was a no-good cheater, and that I shouldn't be asking this as I'm the only man she has and they will ever have as a caring dad.
Oh,
What?
now she switches up?
What?
Now
I
she's
thought I was-
changing her mind about it?
I thought it was a trash father.
I thought I wasn't the father.
Pick a lane. I told her this was just a precaution for myself if we ever got married.
Don't.
No. And that I would also be requesting a prenup. She was livid and we got into a verbal altercation. Why are we even considering marriage with toxic sludge?
This is making my brain hurt. Like,
Nothing is adding up. It doesn't make any sense.
will you come to my cottage?
Hey, Ming Ming, they're not 20 and 21. They're, I think, 22 and 24.
Yep.
I was saying they had the kid at 20 and 21.
Yeah, at a much more stable part in their life.
Which is crazy. I also threw 2 things that put 2 holes in my wall, and I'm not proud of that. Yikes. Bad. I never like being in that type of emotional state, especially in front of my daughter or son.
Oh, even worse.
Yikes. Bad, 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 bad. A-hole of you.
Context as well. Did you cheat on your partner too?
Everyone needs to take a walk here.
I don't know where this will lead, but I plan on leaving as soon as I get situated. My sister and her boyfriend offered me their spare bedroom, and that's where I plan on going. I also have a legal issue in the city where my sister lives, so that will be tricky to stay out of any situation.
What does that even mean?
What did you do? I plan on going to the court and filing a motion for custody and requesting DNA be done on both children and me. Thanks everyone for the advice, and I will be back with the last update as soon as I can.
What was the advice you received and you said thank you?
I don't
What advice
know.
was like, stay
What
with
did you
her?
listen?
I mean, obviously DNA test makes the most sense. Great.
By the way, it makes the most sense for you to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But we've got a little bit left of this insane story.
Brain can't process.
Yeah.
truly
So
can't.
much information.
I don't know. Nothing's coming up.
Yeah. Bikes on all the yikes.
So many yikes. Yikes for everyone. My goodness.
You get a yikes. You get a yikes. Everyone gets a free yikes.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Ming Ming says if she asks for child support, ask her for a DNA test. Yeah, I mean, OP's getting that. But wow. Wee.
Yeah.
This is a mess.
Someone said this is a dumpster fire. Agreed.
Yeah.
It is.
I feel so bad for the children involved in this one.
Same.
Yeah.
And we got an update too. Hey everyone, it's been a couple of months, I think, since I last looked at this. Oh, and a lot has happened. I was arrested while trying to get my stuff and leave my girlfriend, who is now my ex. Why were you
We're
arrested?
about to find out.
I was able to get my mom to come and get all my belongings. I live with my sister now and have an amazingly supportive girlfriend. It's been a couple of months?
He already has a new girlfriend?
Okay. All right. Keep
All
going.
right,
Who's
dude.
been my rock for the past few months during all of this. I don't know how I could do it without her. I was able to leave and I'm much better in a healthier environment. The little girl turned out to be someone else's, so I'm thankful I dodged that bullet, but sad because I love that little girl. But thank you all so much for the support and advice. I ended up using every bit of it until the very end. Is the other kid your son? I love you all. Keep sharing so people can get advice and help if they need it. I need help to know if that kid is your son.
I need help to know, what did you get arrested for?
Yeah.
I just need help.
Why-
You need help. Everyone needs help, but
Terrible, terrible, terrible relationship.
Dude, don't be dating someone else that's just a dude. Relationships are drugs at a certain
Yeah.
Also, wait, I don't understand. I'm thankful I dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
It's weird to me when the person who is firing said bullet to you tells you, hey,
Yeah.
I'm firing said bullet to you. You are not the father.
Also, that's what I'm confused about because I'm like, he wouldn't really be avoiding the metaphorical bullet if that kid was his son. It's the same bullet.
My brain.
So is the kid not your son? You didn't say.
That is a Jerry Springer story if I've ever seen one right there. Holy cow. I can just see the baby mama, the dad's new girlfriend, the 2 kids there, not the father doing backflips, waiting for the second results for the second newborn kid. You are the father, now he's split. Oh my gosh, it's
Hate
beautiful.
it.
Yeah.
Where's
Hate
Jerry
it.
Springer? I need to call him right now.
Yeah, get him on the phone.
My father blew up at me after I gave birth because we didn't inform them right away.
I'm sorry, I was a little busy.
I had a baby just over a month ago. My husband and I decided we wanted everything about the delivery to be private, no visitors at all. We just thought it may reduce some stress, and we felt it was an intimate moment for just the 2 of us to share. By the way, I'm going to share that this comes from Parking Potato 9891. If you want to submit your own stories, you know where to go. I'm Riley.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And if you have any goofy things you want to say, put them down in the comments. We're in charge of being goofy ourselves. So, Opie says. Anyway, my delivery was long and hard, and we ended in a C-section.
Dang, that is a lot. That's a lot to go through.
We ended up not telling anybody that our baby was born until about 24 hours after the fact because we were just exhausted and wanted to be sure nobody showed up without an invitation. Okay, fair. My husband's family reacted so well to the news, they were super excited for us. My parents did not react well.
Ooh.
My dad blew up on us saying we should be ashamed of ourselves. And how dare I break the news so late to them since they helped pay for my college, came to emergency situations, and raised me.
Can we forget all of that? I just had a child. This is a happy thing. It was a day later that I told you. That's it. I just had a baby. Aren't you happy to be grandparents?
This is a transactional love
Yeah.
with the parents.
Ay.
I do XYZ for you. You need to do XYZ for me.
Yes.
My mom then sent me and my husband a message basically guilting us for the decision we made and for not telling them sooner. Hey Siri, set a reminder to send my mom a text of when I give birth. Thank you. Done.
Now we're ready.
If they're threatening you with this, you're like, oh, I guess you don't want to see the baby if you're really upset.
Guess you don't want to see guess you don't want to go meet your grandchild.
Yeah, I guess you're just you guys are in just a very upset state and very ashamed of us. I guess you're ashamed of the baby too.
Yeah, I would literally just respond, I'm sorry you feel that way. We'll wait for you guys to see the baby until you guys are ready.
Intrusive thought time.
No.
Alexa, play Home on the Range. Hey Google, play Home on the Range. Hey Siri, play Home on the Range.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I want everyone's house to go crazy now.
Okay.
So, the next day, my dad sent me this long, hateful message essentially saying, I did my parents wrong, I'm harmful, my husband is harming me, and that I will be on an island alone with no love and support.
What?
Hey, okay?
You know, sticks and stones, Dad. Those are just words.
Okay.
What? I'm very confused. Like,
Ooh.
what was that supposed to make me feel?
I don't know, because I've got my baby, I've got my husband, I've got my husband's family.
Yeah, Opie says, my husband is literally perfect, so I do not know where that came from. I responded and said I was sorry, their feelings were hurt. I tried to understand where these accusations were coming from, that I thought it was not right that we were getting treated this way for a decision that was ours to make, and that I was hurt that he would treat me this way and not even ask how I was doing so freshly postpartum when I am already dealing with enough as is.
When you had a C-section too. They don't care. They don't
Honestly,
care about anything.
This explains why they didn't want you there.
I'm just gonna start just playing jokes on them. Like
Jokes?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
what? Well,
I don't know.
what kind of joke would you pull on them in this situation?
I'll text them like, "You want to play Battleship?" or like eight
You
pool.
just poke fun at them.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm here with my baby. Battleship?
Cup pong?
Yeah, got pong.
Play me at cup pong?
He'd probably get more disturbed and mad. Like,
Exactly.
what's happening?
And yeah, exactly. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're getting so mad over this.
Rage bait.
Why are you getting so mad?
My dad basically blew me off saying he did not ask how I was doing because I should be giving this information without having him to ask. He would not be following the rules we made for our child because we do not control him, and to not bother inviting him to see me and the baby because he is done, and to have a good life.
And then cue in good life.
It's
So
a
he's
sweet
going no
life.
contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't even want to see your baby. The baby that you were so upset about not seeing immediately, you're now never going to see.
It's like them trying to give you a lesson, but
Yeah.
they're just
It's just
punishing
hurting
themselves.
them.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
They're like, we're going to show you a lesson. Joke's on you.
It truly is like a self-fulfilling prophecy of saying, well, if we don't get exactly what we want, then we don't want anything. Burn it all to the ground.
This whole situation is sad, and this reaction is just insane. It's too much. My dad has not spoken to me since, and I do not feel like I should reach out at this point, even though I feel sad about the things that are going on. My mom eventually said she felt bad for the way they acted, but is now acting like nothing ever happened, and I do not know how to feel about that. I just want to know if I am missing something and treated them poorly. No.
Nope. You didn't do anything. They just overreacted, and now I feel like they overreacted. Mom took Dad's side. Dad realized, oh, maybe I shouldn't have reacted this way. Didn't want to admit it. Doubled down, and now your mom is like, well, your dad's, saying this, so I got to go with him.
I mean, at least they're unified.
Yeah,
At least
unified front.
Yeah, no troubles in their marriage.
Clearly.
Gosh, I feel in my core that I just want to be done because it feels so exhausting pretending everything is fine. But I also do not want to lose contact with my family. This is just confusing and frustrating. They might be going through postpartum depression too, OP.
I think they are. I think that's they're just crazy. It's ridiculous. I think you just kind of let it happen.
Really?
And what do you, I don't think you can beg them or apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. I think
point.
hopefully they'll come around and realize, ooh, that was embarrassing.
No, they will. I'm telling you right now,
Why?
if they're talking like this, I don't think they're ever going to be like, we're wrong. We know we're right.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
It's tough.
I don't think these parents have ever heard of accountability.
Why are they coming at OP so hot, though?
That's a great question.
No clue.
You got any clue?
I wish.
Rando Collision says, if they ask you why you do not let them see the baby, tell them what your father said about your boundaries is enough to cut all contact. It would be nice if you left that in on a text or voicemail. Opie says, I really hate the thought of all of this. I partially feel like I have an obligation to get this ironed out because they are my parents. But at the same time, I think the only thing that would be possible is to get that going is for me to apologize to them, and I am certainly not doing that. So we have just been at a stalemate for over a month now, which is unfortunate. Update 2 months later, and we are approaching the halfway mark of the story.
Oh boy. Just the halfway? Oh, maybe they'll come around in the end. I'm hopeful.
I don't know. Do you forgive your parents after all this crap?
Only if they really, really apologize and they're like, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, these are
I'm
not the
sorry.
type of parents to like get on their knees and beg and for forgiveness and be like, yes, you were right, OP. We are so sorry. We were wrong. I don't see that happening.
I'm having an optimistic mindset for the next 2 months, and they came to their senses because their baby fever got the best of them.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for that.
I have never seen anyone cross their fingers like that before. I thought it was like this.
What?
Wait, no.
What am I
It's
doing?
just the spacing between your tip of your finger and your middle finger.
Oh, like that.
It's like look how like there's no spacing. Whoa, how does your middle finger just like wrap around? Interesting.
I'm confused.
Okay, 2 months later. So 3 months later.
The
You're
worst
lying
thing.
to us.
Update 2 months later. So 3 months
You're
later.
lying to us.
Listener, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so update 2 to 3 months later. My dad still is not talking to me.
Oh, Lord.
He's not seen my baby, has not reached out, nothing. Honestly, the whole not talking to me thing is not even what makes me so upset. It is that apparently his pride and entitlement is more important than getting to know my baby. It is so hard to not just boil over the fact that he is acting this way. My grandma, my dad's mom, accidentally sent a text that was clearly not meant for me. She was texting me asking how we were doing, and I replied, we were doing good, and I was taking the baby's 1 month pictures, and that I would send her some of them when I was finished. About 5 minutes later, she texted, my name is taking baby's 1 month pictures, and that she would send them. Okay.
Good. Cool. These are the type of people we're dealing with.
So the grandma is sending this to the dad,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, oh, okay. Baby pictures? Okay.
I think grandma's trying to send pics to dad without OP's permission.
I know, but okay. Okay, she's sending me pictures.
I don't know.
If you do not want pictures of my baby, just say that. Maybe I'm reading too far into that text, but it just got me so angry because I am confident that that was meant for my dad to get him riled up. I'm reading into it too, OP. We're on the same page. Sisters. Can't believe we're sisters.
Sisters, Never been such devoted sister.
Sophia, you want more context?
Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit more context to why that would bother him. We asked everyone that was going to receive pictures of our baby to not post them or send them to anyone. And my dad lashed out at me saying I was not going to control how he loves his grandbaby.
Like how he controls you. Yeah.
You're not
what?
going to control how I love my grandbaby. And I love my grandbaby 400 miles apart.
Even though I've never met them.
As if exploiting the baby is a way to love.
You've never even met the baby. What are you talking about, love? You don't know the baby.
Let me post this baby to my 43 Facebook followers.
I love my grandbaby. I've never met them because I don't want to.
Anyway, this was really disappointing because I have always had a good relationship with my grandmother, but now I feel I cannot trust her. What do we call? We are going to give grandma a
information diet.
We're so good at this.
We're linked.
On top of that, she went from texting me several times a week to not talking to me for 3 weeks straight, then proceeded to text my mom and sister asking if I was okay because she had not heard from me, as if I had been the one ignoring her. This whole thing with her just has me irritated. Is this grandma the mother of your father?
Yeah, she's causing problems for no reason.
Wonder where dad got it from.
Let me think about that.
I let my mom come visit once. The visit went fine, but I cannot help feeling like our relationship is ruined. I did not enjoy the visit. I just felt the memories of what happened immediately postpartum looming over my head. I am just waiting for the day she suggests I reach out to my dad, which I will not be doing. My mom does things that make me so angry, like asking my sister to send her pictures of my baby when she knows nobody is supposed to send pictures of my baby to anyone. My sister never sends her the pictures. My sister has been so amazing, and I do not know what I would do without her. My mom is asking my sister for pictures makes me feel like she does not care about the boundaries we set, and she has no problem being sneaky to get what she wants.
Yeah, clearly not.
Obviously, we have more stories just like this on your favorite podcast platform. Just search up OK Storytime. Another thing she keeps saying is, when are y'all coming down to visit? Visit for what? Mom's trying to get them to visit.
I feel like mom is just siding with dad and she doesn't actually want any of this. And now she's trying to like mediate, but doing a poor job of it.
What planet are they on?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You don't want to meet our baby.
No, I definitely think it's they don't care.
Do
They don't
whatever
care
we
about your
want.
feelings. Like, okay, everything that we've yelled about, argued about, all this stuff doesn't matter, but we're going to keep doing what we want to do. Hey,
They're
when are you
so
coming over?
confusing.
Yeah.
Dude, this episode really got me stressing.
This just hurts in my brain. This is the episode
Don't
where
even start on that first story.
Yeah.
What happened there?
My brain hurts episode.
Oh my gosh. DNA, yay.
It's these crazy DNA stories.
So, visit for what? To hang out until my dad comes home and a big fight breaks out in front of my baby? For him to get what he wants after treating me and my husband like garbage? No thanks. Sometimes I wonder if I'm overreacting to all of these things. I am just so physically tired with everything that comes with a baby. I adore my baby. That child is a light of my life. It is just hard. I think I have some postpartum rage or depression or something that really amps up my feelings in regard to all of this. That's called Mama Bear.
Bearism.
Bearism, yes.
Yeah, we bear bears.
Great show. I like the polar bear
I like the panda.
because he's just quiet and he's just like,
Ice bear. Ice bear knows karate.
I misnamed him twice.
Young Haseo.
So I am just so incredibly angry about it all. Some days I can forget about it if I put my phone on D&D.
Do not disturb. So close.
I
He
was
tried.
Trying
Honestly,
to get her
good,
in.
Good for you.
Put it on D&D mode.
Okay, we'll go get Matcha after this. We'll go
Yes.
see your boyfriend after this.
Ah,
I'm getting ramped up.
where is he? Ooh.
Other days, I just feel myself stewing in anger and sadness over how my family has been perfectly comfortable treating me, my husband, and my sweet baby this way.
Yeah, and that's a bitter stew.
More comments from OP. Thank you for this. I am very non-confrontational person, so sometimes I need this encouragement. It is already hard enough navigating this parenting thing for the first time, let alone throwing in a giant man toddler pitching fits really makes things frustrating. Opie says she feels like she's doing fine aside from the hormones screwing with her. That's it.
There you go. I wish you luck and health. And you know what? A lot of these stories where they have bad parents, they also don't have great partners. So I think you're lucky, and then you have seemingly a very supportive partner, and you have other people like your sister.
Their partner's family.
And their partner's family, yeah. So I think you have people in your life who care about you, and it sucks that your dad is going to act like this, but unfortunately nothing you can do. But that's the end of that story, and we got another one.
I moved in to stop my mother from getting back with her boyfriend. She married him anyway!
She is a legal adult.
I, 23 female, and my husband, 22 male, moved in with my mom over the summer to help my mom with her bills and to help take care of my 3 younger siblings.
Hero star, you're a hero.
The main reason for this move was because I did not want her to get back with her boyfriend that she had been dating on and off for the past 7 to 8 years.
Ooh, fiery.
By the way, this comes from Brilliant Aside 3626, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
And you're going to give your opinion, we're going to give our opinion, and it's going to be funny. It's so fake.
Hilarious.
As OP says. Not long after we moved in, she starts talking to him again after repeatedly telling me she was never going to get back together with him.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, she's like a little
No,
teenager.
not let's go.
She's like a little teenager. I'm not gonna get back together with him.
Is this one of
Yeah.
the stories where the daughter has to parent the mother?
Seems like it.
Let's
Love
find
those.
out.
She then goes on to marry him.
See, I told you I wasn't gonna break up with him. I'm not gonna get back together with him. I'm going to marry him. See, you didn't explicitly say that. It wasn't in the rules. OP wasn't in the rules.
Technically, they wouldn't be boyfriend and girlfriend at that point.
Exactly.
They'd be fiance.
Well, husband and wife.
Oh yeah, actually married. Sorry.
So when you get
Husband,
married,
I know it happens.
So
how many married people are in this story?
One
no.
couple.
No.
Well, two. Okay, 2
Yes.
people are married. There is 1 couple.
No.
Okay, sorry. There.
Anyways, math. We should not ask you these questions.
You read this.
I know, and I know what I'm saying. I get it. She then goes on to marry him, and since then has taken on this mentality that she is his wife and has responsibilities towards him, so she has to be with him 24/7.
Oh, man. That's super healthy.
Which in turn meant to me and my siblings that we would see her less because he does not live with us. Ever since she got married, she goes directly to him after work, and the only time my siblings see her is in the mornings when she takes them to school. She's not even home during the weekends.
Whoa.
Recently, this past weekend, me and her ended up arguing over text because my siblings missed their mom and wanted to see her. She then chooses, instead of coming to see her kids, to call them and tell them that she's too busy to see them, and that when she was there, that all they did was play video games, but now that she's with her husband, they suddenly miss her and want to spend time with her.
Yeah, I'm too busy boinking this guy over here. Can't hang out.
I'm too busy boinking. Sorry, I'm too busy jacking the box.
No free sponsors.
I said jacking. This made my siblings sad, which naturally made me step in and tell her off.
Let's go. Mama is in the house.
Actually, Mama isn't in the house. That's the whole...
But OP's stepping up.
OP's mama.
OP Mama! I told her she can't be serious right now, and that obviously her children are going to miss her. That even though they might have a roof over their heads and food, that doesn't mean they don't still need their mother's presence more than just a few minutes in the morning when they're going to school. I told her she can't seriously be picking a man that has literally shown her he does not care about her over her children who do love her.
He did care enough to ask to marry her.
Sometimes that isn't caring. Sometimes they're like, what can I get out of this?
Ooh, tax write-offs.
She responded by telling me the same thing she told my siblings, that when she was with us, that my siblings didn't appreciate her and that they just spend their time playing games. I'm like, Be so for real. You're resenting them as if they're not literally children. Where's that energy with that man that has literally done nothing good for us? She's like, oh, so I'm a bad mom. Okay, that's fine. You'll regret your words one day. She then hangs up on me and refuses my calls and texts my sister telling her she's not going to talk to me. So I texted her and told her the one that's going to regret her words is you. And you'll be sorry for picking a man over your children. The day you learn to not put a man on a pedestal is the day you'll get your blessings. It's a serious mental problem to be so attached to a man. That I love her, but I know she's not okay by doing what she's doing. She's now no longer talking to me and only contacts my siblings. Am I the a-hole, or was this a reality check my mom needed?
Who else was going to tell her? Literally. Who else would?
You told her, but guess what? I don't think your mom cares.
Yeah.
You can tell her whatever. At this point, she's an adult. She's got to find out. Sorry. But you did it. It's better that you actually said it rather than not saying it.
I think that, first of all, this is going to have a major effect on the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was like the one time I was going to be serious with you.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, and it's me.
hear what you had
It's
to
me.
say
It's
and
me. It's
go
my
back and
problem.
forth.
Guys, he's gaslighting me.
I was about to, and you made fun of me the second I did it.
Because it just didn't sound real. I don't know what's real. But anyway, so I think this is going to majorly affect the kids. And also, it's going to cause them to act out. And obviously, this guy doesn't care about you, that it's been a 7 to 8 year on and off relationship. And now all of a sudden you're married. And then if he was a good man, he'd be like, oh, we're going to work this out with your kids. We're going to understand where they're coming from. I'm not going to separate you from your family. That's not a man. That is a, what is it? What is it, Chad?
I don't know. You had it. You're 99% there. All you have to do is deliver that line. What are they?
It's not a man. It's,
Go on.
Mm-hmm. You had it.
he's a coward.
All right. We
All
can
right,
use
we'll
that.
take that
we
one.
can run
All
with
right,
that.
cool. All
Okay.
right, Cool. You got it. Good job.
Thanks, guys. It took me a while to get
I
there.
like that perspective a lot. If he was a good man, he'd actually want to work this out.
He's like, oh, yeah, let's go do our own thing. You don't have a family anymore. Yeah, how fun. And she's like, okay. That's not a man. That's a guy. That's a boy. Oh.
That's what the one you were thinking.
Dang, I
of.
was not thinking that at all.
Oh, boy.
I was thinking like, or like.
Oh, you could have said that. Yeah.
You could have said anything, honestly.
A burden. I like that one. It's a burden.
A jellyfish.
A jellyfish. Oh, that's an unripe man.
Jellyfish look cool, though. I wouldn't even know if I call them that.
You're
It
right.
just stings you.
He's a bee.
No, bees are cool.
Yeah, they pollinate. They're actually useful.
By the way, you can make yourself useful by listening to full episodes of stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app, and just search up OK Storytime. All right, let's frickin' try to smash that on your head.
I was soft with it. I had feelings.
All right, there's an edit here.
Yeah.
Since I didn't include their ages in the original post, my siblings are 10 male, 13 male, and 15 female. In case you're wondering my mom's age, she's 40 and her new husband is about 50 to 60. I'm not entirely sure his exact age. Their dad is 38. For those wondering where their dad is, he is still in the picture, but he also has a new partner. He comes to visit them once or twice a week sometimes and buys them food and clothes. He is supposed to be giving my mom child support, but he's not always very timely about it. I also want to acknowledge my mom does contribute financially to them still. The only issue is she is not here physically with them as often as she should be. And there is an update.
Oh.
Do we get OP's mom back?
I mean, do you even want her back? Because it seems like
Yeah, I do. I'd want her back. Seems like what?
she's not going to really take this as a priority. It's not like she's really going to care about this. You're going to force her to care, make her care. But it seems like she's already made her decision.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And she likes that decision. There's really nothing you can do here besides, like, I don't know,
Be the mother.
cutting her off. But that sucks because how dare she bring you into this world and then expect you to pick up her pieces that she's just scattered all over.
With the youngest being 10?
Yeah,
Another
10
8
male.
years taking care of them?
Yeah, and you're 23.
If I had to take care of my little brothers, I feel like I'd make it happen.
I mean, yeah, I would also do that. But I would feel like this tremendous burden, though, to be like, why do I have to be the parent now? I didn't choose this life. You're like forcing me to do it because you don't feel like taking care of your kids anymore. They're your problem now. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And they're literally saying, I miss you. I miss mom. Where's mom been? That's so sad.
Really is, yeah.
But there's an update. I spoke with my aunt, and she talked some sense to my mom. Although we still don't get along with her husband, my mom is around more and checks in on us more frequently.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Neither of us really apologized. We kind of just started talking like normal after a few weeks, which is usually how things go with us. Thank you all for your concern and support. Oh, I don't think that didn't really solve anything.
Oh, there's more dirt under the rug now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is anyone just sweep, it's fine. So I'm just going to let you know, OP, this is going to happen again because nothing was really solved. It was just brushed under the rug again. That's not a healthy way to deal with things. And just so you know, it's not the end. It's not the end of this. So just be prepared that this is probably going to happen again and pretty soon because she's done this. It's her pattern for the last 7 to 8 years. So
Yeah.
and no one's doing anything about it. But I wish you luck. And that's the end of that story. And we got another one coming right up.
My mother wanted me to wear her wedding dress. I said yes, but with the condition.
I want it to be all sparkles and all glitter so everyone looks at me.
So this came up during dinner the other night. And I am wondering if what I had requested makes me come across as an a-hole. My mom thinks so, or at least a bridezilla. When my parents got married back in the 80s, my mom wore a big, poofy white gown that was in style at the time. It's like Princess Diana's dress, but with more lace and frills.
Here is an image of Princess Diana's wedding dress.
Whoa, that thing is huge.
She
Holy
did
cow.
You
say,
can hide like 5 kids under that. How do you know it's not just
Why
5
are
kids?
we hiding kids under that?
Well, it'd be like 5 kids in a trench coat. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how big it is. You can hide children under that.
okay, back to the story.
Anyways, after the wedding, she had packed it up with the intention of saving it for any future daughters to use it. So for me. By the way, this comes from 80s wedding dress throwaway. And if you want to submit your own stories, you know exactly where to go. I'm Riley.
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to be goofy and funny. And Keon, what are the people watching supposed to do?
Well, they can also be goofy with us, but comment their goofiness, you know? Listen and comment.
So, it's 2019, the year before everything in the world falls apart.
Remember that year? Remember that time?
It was a pretty good time. I was graduating
liked that.
high school.
I was graduating college.
We're talking about weddings at the dinner table. Boyfriend has been hinting at it for a while now. When my mom comes in and says when the time comes, she would love to see me wear her old wedding dress. I understand why she would want to see me in it, but I'm not keen on the idea. One of the reasons is because it's just not my taste. And the other is because when you look at the dress, you know it came from the 80s. It is what you imagine the quintessential 80s wedding dress to look like, minus the teased hairstyle and frosted lipstick. Why'd you say it so
Frosted?
sassy, OP?
Pop your lips.
That's when that one girl, ABBA, did her thing.
That one girl, Abba.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like that one girl, Abby. I mean, Abba. Yeah, Mamma Mia.
Here we come again.
Mm.
Go again.
Nope.
I would look like an artist.
Nope. That's not even the word.
Anachronistic.
Anachronistic, yeah.
It would look out of date in a setting with more modern fashions and wedding styles, as if the bride accidentally walked into a time slip and came out of it in 2019.
Honestly, how cool.
Pretty cool.
Here's how things went. Me, sure, I'll wear it,
Great.
but on one condition. That the bridal party and the groomsmen wear clothes based on the 80s fashion with a 80s themed wedding reception to follow. I'm a history teacher who loves doing research into different time periods and eras. So researching wedding trends, music, tech, and fashion from the 80s and then recreating it would be so much fun. And I'm not so worried my boyfriend and friends would be opposed to the idea because they know how much I love history and historical reenactments. Not to mention, some of them partake in it themselves. One used to at Williamsburg, and my boyfriend is a Civil War reenactor. My mom wasn't big on the idea. She thinks that the idea of an 80s themed wedding is stupid and that I sound like a bridezilla for suggesting that the wedding party go through with the idea. Update.
So wait, wear an 80s wedding dress, but don't commit to the bit. Ridiculous.
I'm upset I only got one line.
Yeah.
Great!
I mean, you could have got none.
Honestly, that sounds so much fun.
But I do like the idea of like 80s wedding. How freaking fun would that be? Everyone wears 80s attire. Oh my god. It's like a birthday party.
Everyone's doing a bunch of crazy things in the bathroom.
I would love that. You kidding me? How fun.
He's talking about.
Yeah, how fun. Why would you not want I've truthfully never done it.
I don't
back
believe
to
that.
back
I
to
feel
the
like you're on it every day.
story. Back to the story. I think the mom's just like, I did it. Why would you need to do it? And it'd be the same reason of like, okay, then why would I need to wear your wedding dress?
Or if like another compromise would be, could I alter it to not maybe be so 80s?
Fair. I agree with that. So, we got an update. Hey guys, it's that 80s bride with an update for you. Before we begin, let me just say this is crazy how my first post blew up. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. A lot has happened since I made that post nearly a month ago. To begin with, no, boyfriend still hasn't proposed, but that's okay. I know it's going to happen. So we're not even in the wedding planning stage.
Oh,
We're not even
wow.
proposed to yet.
I thought that because she said my boyfriend, she didn't say my fiance. And I was like, so that's great that we're just stressing about the future.
Number two, some of my friends figured out it was me behind that post. When I mentioned the kerfuffle with my mom, one of them said, you wouldn't have happened to be the one that posted that Am I the A-hole, would you?
No, that sounds oddly familiar though.
Oh, look
What do
at
you
okay.
think? What
No,
do
but
you
that
think,
is
Mom?
exactly what I'm going through. Wait, how did they know?
But I would just ask her, like, what do you think though? It sounds very familiar.
But are they the a-hole?
While we aren't engaged yet, boyfriend and I did talk about what we want our wedding to look like. While we have a couple of ideas in mind, he was on board with the 80s themed wedding idea and joked that if I was to wear my mom's dress, then he wanted to find a replica of his dad's tuxedo and grow his hair out into a mullet and stash.
Nope.
Guys.
Cute.
No.
I
It is
think
a
it's
keeper
hilarious.
if there was ever one
That's
out there.
cute. I think that's hilarious.
I don't want a mullet at my wedding. No, thank
It's
you.
not for
Mullets are
you.
weird looking.
It's not for you.
I
Well,
think you would like a mullet boy,
no.
a dirty mullet boy.
Ew, no.
We've been
What
what you
is
want.
the difference between a mullet boy and a long-haired boy?
Long hair, it's like evenly distributed.
But seriously, 80s themed wedding is now on our top 5 list of wedding ideas. And when we brought up the idea with the people we want in our wedding, they were all enthusiastic for the idea. So it looks like out.
What does it look like?
You read that sentence.
So it looks like out. So it looks like out that wedding's
It looks like
80s
our
wedding
80s
might be a
wedding might be a reality now.
hour.
C.
That's all I got.
So it looks like our wedding that. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Looks like our.
So it looks like our wedding might be from the 80s. All right. It's reality now. I can't read. That leads me to my mother. I sat her down and we got her dress. And some of you were right. She thought that I would be just using her dress as a prop in a tacky themed wedding instead of treating it as her treasured possession. That is it. We did get to talking about how we could pull it off. I brought over some bridal magazines and pointed out how the dress would look next to the more modern bridesmaids. I actually did start doing my own research and made a Pinterest board to show her how I envisioned this new 80s wedding to look like. And not gonna lie, she was pretty impressed with the amount of research I did into a time period she lived through. The bridezilla came from the fact that she thought I was going to dictate what everyone was going to wear. Turns out she was referring to a few more infamous cases, including the bride who wore an orange suede, Louboutins, and soda hats at their beach wedding. Again, I had to tell her I already ran that idea with the prospective bridesmaids already, and they all love the idea. We're almost done. By the way, if you want to get done with this story and read another one, or listen to another one, don't read it. You'll crash out like me. Go to your favorite podcast platform, search up OK Storytime. The most important update, I actually tried on the dress while over at my parents' for Thanksgiving, and it actually fits. So, are you guys on board for the
Wow.
80s wedding?
Oh yeah,
They've been
I'm
on
all
it.
in.
Are you guys?
Yeah. Us? I've been on board of this since the beginning.
All
That's
right.
that's a great idea. I love that. I love the 80s. I was never there, but it looked fun.
I'm in.
Yeah.
My
I
hair
was there.
kind of, I think, goes a little bit with it. I can make it poofy enough.
I would rock the 80s.
Yeah, you would. It's a bit tight in the belly, but nothing that actually cuts out booze and burgers for a couple of weeks can't fix. I looked a little overdone in it, but I loved it. There's no way I'm going to want to turn that into a new dress now. I want to preserve it, but this is coming from the hard history buff. While I may go dress shopping as well, this dress is a solid contender to be in my future wedding dress. The only thing that bothers me in this, besides the words I try to read, is that you're not even proposed to yet, OP.
Yeah, I like how you and your boyfriend already have been like, we're talking to all our friends. It's going to be an 80s themed wedding. I'm so excited. And my boyfriend hasn't proposed. One big thing missing.
We have pictures of it. She just wanted to keep talking about it. I don't want to listen. But yeah, let's show some pictures of it.
Oh, that's so 80s coded.
Show me. Wow, that's beautiful.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I think my mom... Wait, I got a picture of my mom in a wedding dress.
My mom would love if we wore her wedding dress, but she was also, when she got married, she was like 5'6" and also like 120 pounds.
Wait, look at the back of the dress and look at my back of my mom's dress. No, this is my mom and my dad.
Wow, you look exactly like your dad.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's creepy. This is the back of the dress, supposedly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks kind of like the back
Ooh.
of my mom's dress.
It's like sheer.
Oh, yeah.
Your-
Well, the bow.
I like a little bow at the bottom.
Well, then, that is the end of that 80s themed wedding. If you liked it, let us know what you think.
My friend revealed their baby's gender but forgot to tell their daughter.
Oh, double reveal.
I was visiting my friend and his girlfriend yesterday at a cafe. They have a 4-year-old daughter, and the girlfriend is about 5 months pregnant with another. And he recently told us and the rest of the group of friends in a group chat that she had a scan and it's got to be a boy. Logical assumption, to me at least, is that because my friend told us all what the gender will be, that the two of them have basically made it public to everyone. By the way, this comes from Jinxed Omens, and if you want to submit your own story, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia,
I'm Savannah.
I'm Keon.
and we're here to give good advice goofly, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says. So we're at this cafe. We're having a nice time. They have brought the daughter along, and she's doing some coloring at the table while we chat. I bring up how happy I am for them that they're having a boy because he always said he wanted one boy and one girl. And the kid stops coloring. Wait, you're the kid. So you're coloring? I've always wanted one boy and one girl. That was really good.
Thank you.
And asks what I was talking about. What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I said something along the lines of, well, your dad has a little girl already, and now he's going to have a little boy too. And she just looked really blank and then started crying. No! That's exactly what she did. She asked, I'm going to have a brother? And pointed at her mom because the kid knew she was pregnant. Logical assumption. Kid knows mom's pregnant. Parents have revealed the gender to friends. Kid knows too. And when I said, yeah? Why are you answering all these questions?
Yeah.
Stop talking. Shut up. She fully threw her pencils on the table and started bawling and shouting that she didn't want a brother. She wanted a sister. That she hated her parents and she would never speak to them again. Caused a huge scene in the cafe, and we all quickly left because people were staring. I was completely baffled and didn't really know what the heck to do at this point, and just sort of looked at them in silence, and my friend and his girlfriend just said, we're gonna go now.
No!
I don't want to go. And walked back to their car with the daughter still throwing the tantrum of the century. Now, I'm 90% sure I'm not the a-hole here, because how was I supposed to know that they hadn't told the kid when they told everyone else what the gender was going to be? But I've had an absolute tsunami of texts from a mate since, saying how it was their responsibility to tell the daughter that she was going to have a brother, that they just hadn't found the right time because it was a big deal. And it's a big deal if you guys listen to full episodes of stories just like this, because you can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. Just search up OK Storytime. There's a little bit left of the story, but what do you think?
I kind of agree with Ming Ming. Well, your brother might be a sister in the future if they choose.
Well, there you go. So actually, yeah, you just tell the little girl that. You're like, don't worry.
Sometimes that can change.
Things flip. Sometimes things switch.
The plans always change.
Yeah. But I would say you're not the a-hole because you genuinely didn't know.
Yeah, no one knew. How were you supposed to do that? How could you have known? And
Yeah.
also, if they didn't want to like tell her, let her
Should've
know, you
told
should
you
have said
guys.
beforehand, hey, by the way, like she doesn't know
Yes.
that it's a boy yet. We're gonna handle that later. So just like don't bring that up.
Yeah. Hey, Ming Ming says what I'm thinking though. You should have stopped when you saw the kid's reaction. Yeah. When the kid starts
You
going,
kept going.
what?
So excited you have a boy.
I've been told it was a girl.
Also, if I'm the parents and I hear that, I go, oh, what?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, you're having a boy. I know it's mommy's friend is pregnant.
Yeah, you can trick a 4-year-old.
Oh yeah, she would probably forget about it.
I don't have kids. I don't really know how I would approach that conversation, but I just jumped to conclusions and assumed that ship would already have sailed. He's been saying that I ruined the moment, that the kid is misbehaving around them and basically living in constant tantrum mode, is being rude to mom, and that I was absolutely out of line to have been the person to reveal that news to the kid. Am I the a-hole for assuming that because they told us that the kid would have been told as well? And edit for clarity, there was zero discussion in the group chat of keeping the info secret. There was no keep this under wraps convo. Nothing indicated that the news was a friends family only thing. All 7 of us in the friend group assumed that was the big reveal. I mean, I would just text back, hey, wasn't my intention. I assumed that you had already said something. Sorry for any trouble that may have caused.
Couple of
Yeah.
things.
I mean, what else can you do? It's not like you can go
Yeah.
back in time.
They could have stopped you. Like,
That's what I'm
They
saying.
also could have been like,
that's what
Yeah.
we said. Why didn't they stop you?
but also you
They had
said
3
the
chances.
big word, OP. Assume. You know when you assume?
you make a butt
Fool.
out of you and me.
Yep. But that's not necessarily on you. Like,
No.
you think they would have told her.
You would think. And now they've learned their lesson. But that's the end of that story and the end of the episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave yet. We've got some stories that we think you might enjoy. So stay tuned for the next one.
I caught a guy lying about his marital status, so I exposed him to his pregnant wife.
That is the wrong time to lie about your marital status. Never lie about your marital status or cheat on your wife. But it's pregnant.
That always seems to be the case. Honestly, I'm just really struggling with what to do and could use some advice. I, 34 female, met a man, 32 male, on a chat site a couple months ago. After a couple days of chatting publicly in a chat room and on cam, we exchanged Snapchats at his request. It wasn't remotely romantic at first. We just really seemed to really hit it off, sending video snaps back and forth, learning about each other's lives, etc. By the way, this comes from Shark Attack 88, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. We'll read them for you. So, for context, I'm American and he is Australian, so the times we could chat were kind of weird. Mostly late afternoon to late evening for me, and early morning to late afternoon for him. Basically, his work hours. After a couple weeks, we were literally sending snaps back and forth for like 7 hours a day, every day. Despite living across the world from one another, we related on a lot. He told me 18 months ago an 11-year relationship had ended, and a big factor in that was him and his fiance having a miscarriage at 20-something weeks. Ooh. This is something that really resonated with me, as I had a miscarriage in my last relationship that resulted in a breakup. Plus, I had also been in an 11-year relationship. Aside from that, he was just the nicest, most caring guy I had ever spoken to. I felt so seen, listened to, and respected. He was constantly telling me how in awe he was of my beauty, passion, and intelligence, and things started to get kind of romantic and ultimately spicy. There were videos and pictures of the whole shebang. However, it was not all just spicy, sleep-driven. He was super respectful of me and constantly told me how he didn't just want something spicy with me, how he wished he could just come home to me every day, how special he thought I was, and that the more he gets to know me, the more he likes me. A month in, we were sharing what I thought was every detail of our lives with each other. We talked about past traumas, we would snap with our friends and family around. which he told me that they all knew about me. And he was telling me how he was looking into tickets to America, which he said are pretty expensive, but you're worth it. He was going so far as to say things like, I really, really like you. I'm legitimately falling for you, bro. I want to tell you that other word, but I'll refrain. I want you in my life like forever. He also said, I haven't felt like this about someone in a really long time. You make me so happy, and I just want to make you feel so special. Oh, and the worst part of my day is when I leave for work and I have to go home to a house alone, and then you're asleep and I can't talk to you. This is so sad. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Random
Ooh.
man?
I'm so sorry for your empty house. That's definitely empty, isn't it? Right? Oh, wait. I'm
Right.
remembering the title of the story, you scumbag.
Uh-oh. Anyway, there were always a few things I found strange about him. He told me he hates technology and using his phone, so in weekends he chooses to just be out in nature with his mates and doesn't check it much. He also told me that due to him losing his son, he deleted all social media. I also had asked him his last name, but a Google search of him turned up literally nothing. Well, yesterday morning, I decided to go to a super internet sleuth to try to find a trace of this man on the internet. He wears shirts to his job that have the name of the company on it, so I Googled that, his first name and his city, and lo and behold, a LinkedIn came up. But the last name was different. From there, I found an Instagram and a Facebook with pictures of a wedding from January 2021. This man told me that he was engaged, but never married. We've got photo proof that that's not true. I sent him a message once again asking him to confirm the fake last name he gave me, and he assured me that that was him. That's when I confronted him and said that I know he's lying, but I didn't specify about what. This man crumbled like a house of cards. The fool! He told me he's married and his wife is pregnant. Oh my gosh. He said he's been lying to me and her. He said he's a piece of poo, etc. He was freaking out about the possibility that I might ruin his life and maybe I was already calling his wife. He asked me not to involve her. I didn't reply at all.
Yeah.
Within an hour, he had deleted his Snapchat completely, our only means of communication. I'm assuming he thought this would delete all evidence. What he didn't know is that I recorded myself on a webcam opening all his snaps yesterday. This includes the first ones too, before he knew that I knew, where he literally starts by saying, "Welcome to the best part of my day, when I get to talk to you all day long."
Just the mental gymnastics this guy, I know he's going to do to be like, this is it. This is, why are you ruining my life? Why are you talking to my wife? Your wife. You should talk to your wife.
And of course, it includes his confession. So, should I tell his wife?
Yes.
My friends are torn. I don't want to hurt a pregnant woman who will likely be blindsided. They've been together for 12 years, but I have to imagine he will keep doing this. And the level of emotional cheating is pretty severe. I mean, this guy would walk me around his house, their house, and say things like, "Yeah, I was originally building this house for my family to live in, but obviously that didn't work out. You can be the first one to use my bathtub."
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you tell her. This guy's a psycho. You tell her.
Yes. Yes, you tell her. Yes. Yes.
I mean, I think he's the absolute scum of the earth, and I hate him for what he's done to me. False hope after divulging to him my past heartbreaks and traumas. But what he's done to her is so, so much worse. And there's an edit.
I just remembered a very sad, tragic tale.
Oh, what is it?
I remember when a young Samuel Donner, he wanted to join the cool kids, but instead of labeling you as one of the cool kids,
They called me Salad Boy because I ate nothing but salads. Could not trade my lunch for a lunch bowl or really anything.
You know what community will always welcome you with open arms, Sam?
And make you feel like a cool kid?
The great people who have OK Storytime memberships.
Oh, I heard that's 60+ plus hours of members-only content Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
You heard right, Sam, and it's only $5 a month.
So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join. Now back to the story.
Chomp, chomp.
Sorry, I wanted to add that it isn't confirmed his wife is pregnant. My best friend and sister both separately mentioned that he could have lied about this to keep me from telling her. Oh, interesting. And edit number 2, just wanted to clarify that 99.9% of our snaps were all video, no text. So when I say he snapped with friends and family around, I mean they were in the videos and he was like telling them to say hi. No idea who they must have thought he was snapping, but I know they heard my American accent. Also, because this was apparently confusing, I found out the other morning that he had been lying before he was awake. By the time he woke up, I had not sent him any accusatory messages, just one asking him to confirm his last name. So he wasn't suspicious at first, and his first messages to me of the day were his usual incredibly happy, sweet self. Knowing he lied and realizing I had no proof, I turned on my webcam to open all of these snaps and try to capture how he spoke to me in case I needed proof. Not yet knowing if he even was still married or whatever.
That was smart then, yeah.
This is very smart, yeah. And we do have an update, but do we have any comments, concerns?
My only comment is that OP had incredible instincts to be all right, well, the name is definitely completely fake, and I'm going to probably need evidence here, so let's collect it.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would tell.
Yes.
100%.
If this was me, I would want to be told if the partner that I'm supposed to trust was like actively telling people, I was going to build this house for my family that lives there currently. But honestly, you can be the first one to use my bathtub that my wife uses already.
Right.
You're a psycho.
That's like an invasion of privacy too. He's like showing around like their house, you know?
Truly
it's
unhinged behavior.
Yeah,
I'd be like, you probably get out of there because who knows? This guy's deranged.
Oh yeah. But we do have an update. So let's see just how crazy he gets. I reached out to his wife via Instagram. Whoa, she did it.
Dang,
she did it.
Through the IG.
This was my initial message to her. Hi, I understand this is a complicated situation and I truly have no intentions to hurt you. I've just felt like if it were me, I'd want to know, but I don't want to force that on you. Just give you the option if you want to take it. Your husband has been talking to me extensively for over a month for many hours a day, claiming to be single. He's shown me your home and claiming he lives alone. He has been very emotional and also spicy. I also know that there have been other girls before me. I only discovered a couple days ago that he had been lying to me extensively. I do have proof if you want it. He does not know about the videos that I have. He deleted Snapchat very quickly after coming clean to me. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Literally anything. I can go into detail if you want. He specifically asked me not to contact you, which leads me to believe that you'd probably want to know. By the way, you would probably want to know that we always have full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
All of the ones under the sun.
Yeah, exactly. And just search, okay, Storytime. We'll be there for you.
Indeed.
I promise. So, she responded. She responded incredibly kindly, thanked me, and asked for the proof. I sent her everything I had. She told me this is unfortunately not the first time.
Oh, shocker.
Oh, man. This poor woman. She asked for specific details, and I gave them to her. She seems like the absolute sweetest. Sad face. I hope she gets away from this psycho. Thank you to everyone for your advice on my original post. Reaching out was the right thing to do, and there are some comments. Comment number 1 says, you did the right thing. I really hope she divorces his sorry butt. And a response to that says, in Australia, you have to separate for an entire year before you can apply for a divorce and prove that your marriage is unsalvageable. It's expensive too. Our laws here do not take cheating into consideration in divorce situations, and assets are generally divided equally unless you can prove asset ownership.
That's insane,
by
the way.
Crazy.
That's absolutely bananas.
Yeah. This would be done amicably unless an agreement can't be reached, and then you would lawyer up, and that doesn't come cheap either. This all happens before the divorce. She probably will be reluctant to go through this, as it is not as easy as just packing up and leaving, especially since we are also going through a massive rental crisis right now. She is also pregnant and probably doesn't work either. That's all there is.
I think that's like a support system. The OP's
Yes.
it's not even OP's wife. It's just the victim of this infidelity.
Right.
Lean on any support system you can.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Shout out to Australia, literally not thinking cheating matters at all, I guess.
Right.
Thanks, Australia.
Just making it so difficult to just be like, hey, I don't want to be with this person
Yeah,
anymore.
can
I
you
feel like that's
imagine?
all it needs to be is just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And that should be
That's
it.
really all it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole nother can of worms,
Exactly.
Australian worms. But that is the end of that story.
That's the end. So we'll see you in the next one.
In the next one that's right here. Don't go
What?
anywhere. Ooh. My boyfriend cheated on me. Now he wants to open the relationship?
That's the wrong order. What are you doing?
There's not the right way to do that. Trigger warning. This story involves somebody really caught in the middle of the cycle of an abusive relationship, where there's just like the forgiveness and the denial and the forgiveness and all this stuff. And it's been driving me crazy. I don't know if you could tell. But if you don't want to hear that, like if you can't handle a story with that, then please skip this one. The 10th of February, 2018. This has been weighing on me for a very long time, for about the entire duration of my 2.5-year-long relationship. And I've never talked to anyone about this. Wow. I found out my boyfriend had been cheating maybe 6 months into our relationship. What ensued for about the next 1.5 years was an endless cycle of him cheating and then displaying a dramatic gesture of guilt and promising he'll change. By the way, this comes from user Lemony. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, this made my last year of college quite miserable. It seemed like once a month, my roommates would wastedly sit me down on a Saturday night and tell me they saw him doing insert any promiscuous activity here with someone. Needless to say, it was humiliating. I spent late nights taking care of him while he was incomprehensibly messed up. He would lash out at me and then apologize and repeat. This sounds like case closed, right? Yeah, no, it does.
Right?
It really does. Like, I'm sorry, but
There's got to be other things going on. If this isn't it, if this is like obvious to us and probably obvious to OP in hindsight, there's got to be other things going on
sometimes
keeping them there.
you just get blind sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, it happens.
All of this breaking and mending of trust truly broke me. I started picking fights and being an overall angry and irrational person towards him. For a good reason. I resented him more than I have resented anyone in my life. The problem is, I also loved him deeply. And I know this is a played out and really dumb justification for being in an unhealthy relationship, but the good times were really good. We have a lot of fun together, and he always assured me that he loves me, so I kept going back. Still should be case closed, right? The last day of college, he was moving out and did that familiar thing that is dramatically displaying his love for me and telling me that things were going to be different. At this point, I feel so broken that it doesn't even matter if he kept cheating. It's normal now. I get hurt, I try to forgive, and I resent. It's familiar and comfortable, and the thought of breaking up still puts a rotten feeling in my stomach. Since that last day, he started to actually change. He explained that he doesn't believe in monogamous relationships and often lashed out as a result of feeling forced into one. His destructive and inflammatory behavior stopped. He's living healthier, and he seems overall happier. So I took a good old college try at the open relationship. Basically, I went on 2 Tinder dates, I hooked up on one of them, and really did not enjoy it. I feel much more happy and at ease being romantically involved with someone with whom I have a deep connection, instead of just acting on physical connection. Not only did I find it particularly exhausting, but it didn't feel like I was doing it for the right reasons. It only felt like I was trying to get back at my boyfriend. I'm sorry, but I have very little sympathy for you at this point because you seem so acutely aware of how you feel and how you felt in the moment that I find it hard to believe that you like didn't have this optic. Like, what is it hot? Was he just that hot? Well, I guess she kind of cracked the door when it was like he cheated and she was like, all right, I guess we'll stay together.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, now he just has the get out of jail free card every time.
Yeah.
And it's like every time he cheats, he can just be like, whoa, I'm going to fix it.
Now he knows what to say to get her to agree.
They've got the routine down.
Exactly.
After all the push and pull and manipulation, I can't shake the resentment I have towards him, which is fair. I really do want to try to completely forgive and stay in his life, which is nonsense. However, it seems the only way that can still happen is if I'm content with an open relationship and I still can't tell if I am or not. Maybe it's just too soon and the wounds haven't healed, you know? I'm confused because he openly tells me about any hooking up that he does. He recently kissed a good friend of his, which is what prompted this post. And I'm not sure if what I feel is jealousy in the present moment or if it sends my emotions back to the really bad paranoia-filled days when I was never told the truth. It could be a little bit of both, but either way, it doesn't feel great, but also not necessarily terrible. I'll be honest, it feels a lot better now that he doesn't hide any of it from me. I know that the healthiest thing to do here is to just break it off. I'm sorry, OP. I have love for you. But also, leave this trash can of a human being.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
It's okay. I'm sure what you're feeling right now is what they're feeling inside. And this is like the turmoil that's going on inside of them right now. So
I am your turmoil translator.
That's personified. That's what it is.
All right, we're going to keep going. There's just been too much broken trust and too much negativity for this to mend itself. But I'm sure many of you know it's not that easy. We care about each other deeply. We enjoy each other's company and pretty much never stop smiling and laughing when we're together. Well, except for, when he cheats on you. And I feel like now, since we're both trying to focus on happiness and positivity, things could get better quickly. If only I could make up my mind on how I feel about this. And at this point, it feels impossible to break up unless I have some kind of eternal sunshine of the spotless mind-like mechanism. I care very much about this person, and I feel like I'd do anything to, quote, make it work. Also, I'm aware that I have been pretty foolish up to this point. I can't seem to justify to myself or anyone else my desire to stay in the relationship. And I also can't bring myself to leave. Perhaps I've put too much faith into one person. Yes, I'm hoping that feedback on this will bring me clarity. I can't imagine what Reddit commenters are about to say to you.
Dude, it's gonna be unhinged.
Get ready to wake up to reality. Whether that's telling me I'm an idiot and should leave immediately or that things are looking up and it will work out in time, I welcome and appreciate it. What do you make of all of this? What would you do? Do I just lack all self-respect? Or is there anything potentially redeeming about my excessive hope and undeserved trust? If y'all thought that was bad, let's get into these comments.
John, we're going to get back to the story, but you're old.
You're as old as me now, pal.
I might be as old as you, but I feel like you have oodles more wisdom.
I've got some wisdom in this old noggin.
You got a piece of wisdom for me right now?
Always respect your
And I think the other piece of wisdom that I've learned from John is join OK Storytime memberships.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Get it now while I'm still alive.
Now back to the story.
From Deleted. Nobody here can make you break up with him. If he's been treating you like that for years and you keep taking it, I don't think anything anyone says will make a difference. I will say, I think what you're doing is what most people in your situation are doing, and it's like an extreme form of procrastination. You don't want to deal with what seems like a huge problem. The breakup, the sadness, the parting ways, the starting over. So instead, you're putting it off, ignoring it, knowing on some level you are making an even bigger, unfixable problem for yourself. A serial cheating boyfriend, constant embarrassment from friends and family, a lifetime of unhappiness. So deal with the breakup now or deal with everything else. I don't know. The breakup is immediate great pain now, but definitely better than the life you're setting yourself up for. OP. I know you're right.
Yay!
Actually doing it sounds like such a big hurdle, and I'll probably fight with myself about it some more, but I know with full clarity that you're right. Still leaving a little bit of wiggle room in there to stay with him, though, OP. Deleted says he's getting everything he wants while you suffer, then he throws it in your face when he essentially brags about his conquests to you. He's not a good person, and you deserve better. It will only get worse if you continue to take it. Dragonflies Love Me responds, I mean, he just doesn't sound like the guy for you, or many others who want stability in a relationship, but anywho, he sounds extremely selfish and self-serving. This relationship does not sound fulfilling to you at all. Try to picture what your best future relationship could look like with person X, somebody you don't yet know. In this hypothetical relationship, I don't think you'd be feeling the negative emotions you're feeling now. That's not what you aspire to or what you need. You are a loyal person, but your loyalty is misplaced in your current relationship. Find somebody who really values and appreciates it, not just their own selfish ends, and honors you. You are also at the right age to learn that your feelings such as love and self-sacrifice are not always enough to sustain a relationship. Sometimes relationships don't work out, but you can move on to a better one. Stop treating him like some sort of crutch that you need, but it's actually bad for you. And trust yourself to move on and that the future will be better. OP says, this is the most constructive and helpful thing I've read so far. So thank you. I understand that I'm far from where I need to be. I've handled breakups in the past fairly well, even one that was longer than this one. I've just never felt paralysis and hopelessness on this scale before. I know he's treated me like garbage, and I know what I should do, but this whole situation honestly has clouded my judgment so densely that I make 1.5 million excuses to stay, which is clearly evident in my original post. That's what I get for never letting those thoughts leave my own head until now. God, this is messed up. In any case, this made me feel 0.5% more confident, and I appreciate it. And there's an update.
Wow, I'm feeling very hopeful for this update. Like, please, please.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, tell me that you have left this man. Not that I tried really hard to find it before now, but curiosity got the best of me after recalling a bunch of well-meaning strangers basically responding, WTF. The feeling of shame was visceral. I fully understood I was in an effed up relationship, but couldn't find the courage or self-respect to leave. It was the immense dissonance that I can't describe to this day, and I have a hard time talking about it in therapy still. It was just surreal and painful reading it. There were a few very compassionate yet stern comments, which I am grateful for in retrospect. And by the way, I'd be grateful right now if you listen to full episodes with stories like this. Except I don't lose my mind. Just, you know what, just go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts to listen to 47 days, consecutive days worth of stories where, honestly, the tolerance level for the BS is probably a little higher. But we're just going to truck right on through to the end of this story. Anyway. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I had to say it. Let's go. Let's go.
What does it say? What does it say?
Anyway, I, 29 female, am now married to the most wonderful, caring, loving, respectful, sweet person on this planet.
Woo!
Who I am excited to have a future with instead of being full of dread. We've been together for 5 years and married for a few months, and I'm really happy that post feels like it was written by a different person in a different lifetime. Life feels so much lighter than it used to.
Oh,
There's
good.
no other point to this post except maybe to comment that manipulation is one hell of a drug. Comments, that is nice to hear. How'd you get out? OP says, I would have loved to say I wised up and did it myself, but obviously I was in very deep and it took him breaking it off because it just reached ungodly levels of misery and resentment. I guess I will never know if I would have come to the same conclusion myself, but I'd really hope so. I try to have compassion for my past self and remind myself that my view of relationships had really been warped at that time and all judgment was just so cloudy. Real Hamster says, now that you have more perspective, do you understand what it was that made you love him so deeply in spite of everything? OP says, I think I can attribute that to a lot of low self-esteem. It's like I'll never find anyone. Like, this is the best person and I'll never find them.
And he's probably telling her that, though, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that the self-esteem was lowered because of things that he said.
Oh, yeah. He's like, by the way, I'm also your only option.
Yeah. And
Scumbag.
I mean, if this was 7 years later and she's now 29, she was only 22 when it broke off, and they were together for a few years. That's young. Like the breakups she probably had were like high school level breakups. You know, that's yeah, very, very difficult.
I sort of put him on this pedestal of smarter than me and better than me in every way from the start. So when things started to fall apart, in my mind, it was obviously because of something I was doing and not him. After so many times of him cheating and making excuses for him, I started to feel a lot of shame because I knew deep down I was being foolish, which made me defensive of the relationship. Like when my friends would confront me about it, in my head, I would just be like, they don't get it. They're not in this relationship. So they don't understand. Exactly. Which is, My heart goes out to you.
This is all textbook stuff.
It was easier to hold the mirror up to others than to myself, so I would just dig my heels in. It was always, I just need to change something about myself for this to work, but it will work, which I think is evident in my original post. So low self-esteem and shame just kind of feeding off of each other in that cycle. That's my best guess.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
that is the end of that story.
Wow.
And
Have
it's
you
like,
ever been so relieved that a story ended?
maybe never in my life have I been so relieved. And folks, listen to your friends. If everyone in your life is saying, don't just swallow that bitter pride pill and say, I gotta listen to my, if you've had friends for years.
Yeah.
If you've had friends for years and years telling you that this is bad and you know in your gut that it's bad, like, do it. Do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Do it.
Right. And I feel like in so many of the situations, it's like, oh no, he like says he loves me and he like does this to like care about me and to make up for things. It's like, okay, if he's saying that he loves you and isn't acting like he loves you, then he doesn't love you, or at least not in the way that you should be loved.
Actions speak louder than words.
It's so cheesy and it's hard to believe, I think, when you're in that situation and when you're in early on in dating, but it is so true time and time again.
Truly.
Actions definitely speak louder than words.
And OP, this is not your fault. All right.
Oh gosh.
I've just had a rough morning.
Again, this is just the turmoil personified right here. So
And
don't take it personally.
I did not have the patience. I'm glad you didn't come to me when you were 22 and tell me about this, because I would have been so over it.
Almost everyone who is in this kind of situation, this is exactly what happens.
Yes.
Like in abusive and manipulative relationships. 100%. So don't worry. It's not your fault. If anyone's listening and you're in this situation, listen to yourself.
Yes.
If you married this person and had kids with them, would you want to tell them that this is what their dad did?
Yes.
And would you think that that's okay for them to get into a relationship?
Yes.
No.
Please, for the love of God, if you feel like this story is you, get out of there.
Please.
You figure, and it's not as simple as just doing it, but like start making the plan.
It's worth it.
Lean on a support system. They will want to help you. Please.
My girlfriend cheated with the man she babysat for. Now she wants to get back together.
With the babysitter, dude? That's the cliche thing of all time, bro.
At least be creative with it. Come on.
Yeah.
At the time, I was 23 male and my girlfriend, 20 female, we were together for 3 years, close to 4 years, and we have a son together. Our relationship was great. We never argued and got along great and never had any major issues throughout our relationship. By the way, this comes from Killer SJ27, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So I worked hard to afford our home and tried my best to make it to where she didn't have to worry about anything, just our son. She loved being a stay-at-home mom, and so did I. It all started with her wanting to work and make her own money, which I was all for because the stress my job made on me, plus worrying about bills and food on the table, would help me a lot. She wanted to babysit even if it was only getting around $100 or so a week. Something is better than nothing. Take note, I reassured her that she didn't have to, as I was doing fine taking care of it on my own. Granted, we didn't have much free money, but the bills were paid and there was food on the table, which is what really matters. She understood and told me that she would feel a lot better to help me out and feel like she would be contributing more to our household. I reassured her that she was doing more than enough by taking care of our son and for the most part kept the house clean as she could even with having a 2-year-old around. That being said, we agreed for her to get a babysitting job, and she did get a job rather quickly, actually, and she met this guy with 2 daughters that needed a sitter Monday through Friday around 8 to 4 with making at least $300 a week. I said it sounds good.
Wait, $300 a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 is highway robbery.
A week goes by and he starts to compliment her on how well she's doing with his girls and that they really like her, and also starts to crush on her. At this point, I did not know that he was crushing on her, as I usually work a night shift around 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, she did let me know that he was crushing on her after I got home that night, and I asked her if she let him know to stop, and she told me yes. So I wasn't too worried about it because I trusted her and she always let me know about these types of things. I'm not the type to search my significant other's phone because it shows signs of distrust between couples. Now, her, on the other hand, always searched through mine, but I really didn't think much of it because I had nothing to hide. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Red flag, and you should think that that's projection.
Another week goes by and he compliments her more and crushes on her again, and my girlfriend shows me the text. At this point, she hasn't responded to him, and I asked her again if she asked him to stop and to reassure him that you are already taken. On top of this, I am aggravated at the guy because he hasn't paid my girlfriend for babysitting at all. And it's been 2 weeks and I've been paying for food for 2 more kids in my household that are not even mine.
Wait a minute. What? The kids are in your house and you're feeding them? What is going on?
That's crazy.
Okay, so first of all, buddy, she's probably been cheating on this guy since before the babysitting job happened. And after the cheating had been going on,
Yeah.
now he's like, hey, do you mind taking care of my kids during the day since
Right.
we're like literally boning each other?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I wonder why he hasn't been paying her. He keeps making BS stories and I wasn't liking it at all. So another week goes by and he finally pays her and we are beyond hurting for groceries. So I tell her that that's awesome. Now let's go get some groceries. Also would like to note that he did not pay her the full amount owed, only $300 when he owes her $900. And I get that life situations can't help that sometimes, so I was lenient towards it.
buddy, you're being too much of an angel here. You
Yeah.
get that life situations apply. No, if the life situation is you can't afford a babysitter,
Exactly.
you don't get a babysitter.
Right. You can't, like, this is your employer. You can't be like, oh, yeah, don't worry, I'll work for you for free, employer. Like, they have to pay you. That's the deal. So we go to get in the truck for grocery shopping. Then the 2 girls she's babysitting said that they don't want to go and would rather go to the pool instead. We have a big town pool that costs $20 to get into for all of us, and my girlfriend says that we can go to the pool, then go get groceries afterwards. At this point, I said, no, pool is secondary. We can go get groceries, and then if we have the money, we can go to the pool afterwards. She then starts to argue with me and defend the girls about wanting to go to the pool. So we don't need to eat. We just got to swim around. So we get into a heated small argument that ended with me driving off with our son, and I took him to see my mother and get my mind off of the argument. I told my mom what happened, and she went and had a few words with my girlfriend, and I guess that got heated as well. I don't know what was happening or why she was acting this way, but I wasn't liking it. Granted, my mother should have never gotten involved. I never meant to get her involved, but she was the only person I had at that moment to vent to. My sister went and talked to her as well and calmed everyone down and offered to have a girls' night out with her. I thought it was a good idea because then me and my son could get some time together.
Honestly, though, I think your mom did need to get involved because it sounds like nobody here in this story so far is mature enough to realize like how bad your situation is right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I go to pick them up later that night, and she is wasted pretty bad, actually. I carry her inside and take care of her while she pukes and everything before laying her down in bed. I see a text on her phone from the man she's babysitting for saying, "Good night, beautiful." Uh-oh. At this point, I'm confused because she told me that he wasn't crushing on her anymore or didn't even compliment her. So I checked the messages, and what I read, my heart shattered. I instantly felt rage. I didn't know what to do. I just sat at my kitchen table for a long hour staring at my wall. So I called her stepfather and explained the situation. He calmed me down and told me to not do anything stupid that I will regret.
Yes,
Yeah.
facts. Do not do anything. Calm. Calm is the best way to approach these situations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I went around the house and grabbed a few things I bought for her and broke them outside. Nice.
Okay.
Then I grabbed my son and left to a friend's house that had a spare room for me and my son. If you want me to keep going with this story, let me know in the comments and any questions that you have. And obviously people commented because there is an update. We get an update. Shall
Yes.
we roll into it? Do you have any final thoughts?
My thought would be like, look, like, yeah, just like once you have the truth, it's like, all right, now you're informed. Being like it's super upset and angry and loud and crazy about it's not going to help you. I kind of like I would assume maybe calmly
Yeah.
taking calmly taking the objects that you had bought for your cheating wife and
Right, just
smashing them outside
yeah. I mean, you
away
bought
from
'em?
anybody, not as a threat,
Yes.
just as a release for yourself.
yes.
I can get
absolutely.
behind that.
Yeah.
Like, But,
Yeah.
it can move with calmly, but not like listfully, like calmly with purpose. It's like, all right. Time to change my entire life.
We're going to get back to the story, but Sam, you have a copious amount of something.
What, John?
X's.
I have like 4 or 5 or 6.
I heard of 6 with a 0
All
behind
right,
it.
that 60 number, comes from somewhere else.
Where does that come from?
It comes from our OK Storytime membership.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Join a club almost as exclusive as Sam's X's. Well, let's get back to the story.
The messages I had seen on my girlfriend's phone were pretty bad. She was spicy texting this guy whom she was babysitting for, and I also read messages of them both talking about me in a bad way. This was going on for about 2 weeks. Every morning and night, they would start the day off calling each other beautiful, handsome, schmexy, etc. This happens around Father's Day, which hurt as well.
Wow,
Ouch! I read messages that also were talking about when I went to work and when I was coming home, etc. I didn't sleep at all that night, and I went back and talked to her the next morning. She asked me if I wanted to be over. I said, yes, definitely, and we need to figure out a way to get you back with your family. Her family stayed across the U.S., so we would have to buy plane tickets.
What the heck is we? This guy is just a sweetheart, and I'm so sorry that you ended up in this situation. But man, I understand having like a little empathy because she's the mother of your child. But she like you said, she did this she's cheating on you on Father's Day.
We continued our conversation, and she tried to point out that my family members cheated on people and that not all relationships are 100% loyal. Seemed like she was trying to find reasons to justify her wrongdoings without feeling so guilty about it. Want to hear the kicker? She never apologized for doing it. Wow. She was just making excuses. So I told her I wanted to be over, and I was done. We sat on the couch and talked a while longer. I eventually gave in and said that I can try to work through it. No. That's not the right answer, OP.
I would like to scream at the top of my lungs.
The only thing I was thinking about at that moment was my son. I wanted to be there for him, and if I had split up with my girlfriend at the time, she would have moved back to her family, and I wouldn't be able to see my son that much. What? She would take the son?
I'm pretty sure you could argue for full custody there.
Yeah.
She's fully unemployed.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any income. You're the only one keeping the finances afloat in any way.
Yeah.
She's being infidelitous in the relationship.
Absolutely.
No, I'm pretty sure that you could, if not full, you could get like most of the custody.
Right.
Like she could come and visit.
Right. So a month goes by, and the situation is not good. I tried really hard to get along with her, but every chance I got, I would argue and throw the cheating BS in her face.
Correct.
I could never look at her the same again, and she seemed to not understand that. At this point, I'm done. I don't want to be with her anymore, and I also didn't want my son to see an unhealthy relationship between his parents. So I chose to break it off, and we will try to co-parent the best we can for our son's sake. She finally apologized and says that she knows she messed up and wants me to give her a second chance to earn my trust back.
Nope. No.
It's done.
No.
Too little, too late, my guy.
You have to understand that she is now just saying this because she's like, is this the right combination of words for me to get what I want?
Yeah, exactly. I told her, no, some mistakes have consequences you can't fix. I explained to her how I felt and how we should move forward. And at that moment, she said that she didn't need me and that I was the one throwing away a 4-year relationship by taking the easy way out and leaving. Another few months goes by, and she keeps asking me if there was any chance of us getting back together. I told her, honestly, I didn't know because you never know in life sometimes, but I said not likely.
Homie really said never say never. But come on, dude.
Come on. She continues to ask me this multiple times, and I give her that same answer every time. She continued to send me relationship quotes and forgiveness quotes for months. Ugh. I asked her to stop multiple times nicely, but she continued anyways, also sending me with love and miss you almost every day, even continues to now over a year later.
Hey, buddy, I have got advice for you. Have you heard of the block function?
There you go.
Have you heard about blocking?
Yeah.
You can block those.
Yeah, but the co-parenting thing makes it so complicated. I have told her multiple times the only reason we should be talking is if it has to do with my son. There you go. But she continues to do it anyways to this day. I'm doing good now. I've got a good job. I'm working on myself and bettering myself by working out and getting a bit more fit. I talk to my son at least once a week, and I get him for the summers, which is exciting. Wow. I'm talking to a girl right now, and we have went on a few casual dates. She's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really starting to like her. I don't plan on telling my ex about the girl because, honestly, it's none of her business. The only time we should ever contact each other is about my son and nothing more. Once my boy gets old enough to have his own phone, we will no longer need to contact one another. By the way, you can always contact us through the comment section of full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you so choose, and search up OK Storytime. And we got you. We'll be there for you. But there is a little bit more. I'm just going to jump right into it. I do want to add that I still think that she seems to think that we are getting back together, which I did tell her recently it wasn't going to happen. She still continues to send me I love you messages, and all the photos she sends me of my son are both of them posing together. I ignore her a lot, and when I do answer, they're very short. I can't just straight up block her because she's my main contact to my son, so I'm kind of in a standstill. Just curious about any suggestions going forward. I don't want to fight for custody because she was a stay-at-home mom for 3 years, and she's a great mom. She has never once threatened to keep him from me, and I don't believe that she ever would, but I also thought that she wouldn't cheat too.
That's right, buddy. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I was like, you're like, she's a great mom. I'm like, is she? You don't seem like a great judge of character. I'm just putting that out there.
Or she just seems to lie about lots of things.
Yeah, and now the fact that you're not there, you probably really don't have any idea on the quality of her motherhood.
I saw a lot of these stories and was very intrigued by them, so I thought I would share mine. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for reading. I know it's a lot. Sorry for the cliffhanger on the first post, and that is it.
And we forgive you, OP.
Of course, of course.
But it's just like so frustrating and like disrespectful, and also like I can't imagine like constantly trying to be like, I love you, we're gonna get back together, with someone who was like explicitly like, we are not. It's not happening.
Right.
Like that is, I feel like it shows like a state of mind that like, I don't know, like, are you like mentally well enough to like continue to be a good dad?
Yeah. Maybe you can, I hope you have a good connection with the family at least, and maybe you can talk to them more about updates rather than this girl.
Yeah, maybe talk to her parents and be like, can you please try to get her to see that I don't want to be in a relationship with her anymore outside of a co-parenting one?
Exactly. All right, but that's the end of that story and
the end of this episode. So
if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see you tomorrow.